Did you see me? Yeah, it's me again. Hi, how are you? How's everything? Welcome back again to English Fun Club, again with me. I'm so happy to start shooting this video for you again. Well, in today's video, we are going to learn some idioms, some adjectives, some phrasal verbs, some slangs maybe, to talk about anger, about criticism maybe, about some emotions, irritating ones, stuff that makes you angry or annoyed, let's say. If you are ready, get your pencil, your notebook, and let's start. As we said, anger, to express your anger. You want to express your anger, your criticism maybe, or you want to control, you want to contain your anger, you want to hide your anger, for example.
Good, Mark, express your anger.
I just think you should find some other way to express your anger, is all I'm saying.
Okay, so what we could do today is a couple exercises to help you express your anger in a healthy way.
Control your anger.
The first word or phrase of this one is go up the wall or drive up the wall. If something or someone drives you up the wall or makes you go up the wall, it means it makes you angry, it makes you irritated actually and upset. You don't like it.
There's nothing that drives me up the wall more than crusading lady journalists.
He's got his bridge game on Tuesdays and Thursdays, golf on the weekends, but when he's home and bored, well, what can I say, Barry drives me up the wall.
Matilda, that goddamn rabbit is gonna drive me straight up the wall.
Skylar, I got all the big stuff figuring. But it's tying up those tiny little loose ends that's driving me up the wall.
I love you, but you drive me up the wall.
You know, the last girl I was with, she drove me up the wall, man. She made my...
Like my roommate, for example. My roommate is always driving me up the wall. He never helps with the chores, for example, with housework. The second phrase is to get under someone's skin. If something gets under your skin, it means also it makes you angry, irritated actually. You don't like it at all. For example, again, your housemate or your flatmate, like his noise always gets under my skin. I don't like it. It's very annoying. It's very irritating.
His family get under my skin, and at a time when we should have felt happy and close, I couldn't have felt more distant.
You know, he used to really get under my skin and...
You get under my skin. It's starting to get under my skin.
They're gonna try to get under your skin. You need to be...
He's just trying to get under your skin.
Dean is one of those patients that can get under your skin.
But he just really get under my skin.
Got it. The next one. Now we have bite your tongue. Yes, to bite your tongue, which means you deliberately, on purpose, you stop yourself from showing or from saying something that might be wrong or might anger other people's, or it's not the right time to say this thing. So you stop yourself from doing it. You bite your tongue. And the verb bite actually is irregular verb. The past and past participle of this verb is bit and bitten. Yes, bite, bit, bitten. So, like, I wanted to tell her how much I love her, but I bit my tongue. I felt like that's not the right time to say that. I bit my tongue. So, to bite your tongue.
That's bite my tongue not to tell her about Sam.
Those years. Why? How many times have I bitten my tongue?
I bit my tongue for that entire day. I was
Bitten my tongue immediately.
Bite my tongue.
What is it?
The mayor.
I remember I had to bite my tongue to keep from crying.
Try to bite my...
A nice one. Now we have opposites. Yeah, adjectives that are antonyms, opposite each other. These adjectives are thick. Yes, thick-skinned. Skin, a thick-skinned person. Or the opposite or the antonym, thin-skinned person or thin-skinned person. So, if you are a thick-skinned person or you have a thick skin, actually that means you don't care what people say, or you don't care if people criticize you or they make you angry or not. You never care, actually. It doesn't matter for you because you have a thick skin, actually. And the opposite one, which is thin skin, is just like the opposite, which means like you easily get offended maybe, or you easily get upset maybe, or angry because of what other people say, or when they criticize you, because you have got this thin skin, actually.
If you are forced to walk through shit, then you might as well grow a thick skin.
Jack's got a thick skin. He'll be okay.
I thought you had a thick skin.
Gotta be a little more thick-skinned, you turd.
No, thick skin, brother.
You know, that's the first time I've ever been able to pick that thick skin of yours.
Too many folks around here with thin skin.
Californians have such thin skin. I'd like to...
Real problem is his thin skin makes it okay in his eyes for you to wind up under the bus.
Since when are you thin-skinned? The artist...
It's thin skin, temperamental, ripens early.
You're just like your mother. Too thin-skinned.
Why are you so thin-skinned these days?
Okay, the next. Now we have let off steam. Yes, to let off steam, to get rid of your anger, your energy, actually. When you don't want to hurt someone, actually. You don't want to hurt someone, so you let off steam by doing something else, actually. For example, like when I get angry, I let off steam by kicking a tree, for example, and not shout at someone. I kick a tree if I want to let off steam.
To provide for these young people an opportunity to let steam off in a...
We should let some steam off. What?
Oh, Mrs. Pietrowski.
Hi.
Let some steam off before you come in.
What do you folks do around here to blow off steam? Besides trying to kill each other in town square, you gotta...
That should let him blow off steam and relieve the stress. Bob.
I don't need to blow off steam.
She just like to blow off steam.
Sounds a little sick.
It's not sick, it's just a way to blow off steam.
It's not like we're gonna actually kill our bosses.
Okay. Again, now we've got, again, two opposites or antonyms, phrasal verbs. The first one is lash out at someone or somebody. To lash out at someone, it means to speak angrily or criticize angry. You attack with anger, actually, with angry words, actually. Like, for example, a politician lashed out at the journalist when she asked him a personal question. He started attacking with angry words.
You lash out because you are hurt or angry.
Get to control this thing inside me so I don't, lash out at someone.
I don't have to lash out like that, Buck. I'm just...
I feel like they're gonna lash out at me, tell me, what they think of me. They'll take...
Come on, lash out at me, baby. Get mad. At the very least, I would think a man of your sorts would fly into a rage. Lash out at me. Say something.
I'm trying so hard not to lash out at you, and you make it really fucking impossible.
And the opposite is to bottle up something, actually. Yeah, when you bottle up, you stop yourself, you don't show your anger, you don't release that anger, you bottle up, you keep it inside you so that you don't want to hurt others. For instance, it's far better to cry than to bottle up your feelings.
To talk through our problems, not to let it bottle up. Okay.
Well, when you're upset, you bottle up.
The next one, it is put on a brave face or put on a brave front. To put on a brave face, that means like you pretend you are happy, but inside actually you are angry, you are upset and sad because of something. So you don't show your real emotions, you hide it, you put on a brave face. For instance, I sometimes bottle up things, or I bottle up my emotions and put on a brave face on things, but in the end it makes me really stressed. Okay?
And I'm sick of having to put on a brave face.
You don't have to put on a brave face with me, oh chap.
I've tried to put on a brave front about just putting on a brave face.
He's put on a brave face, but he's disappointed.
Oh, honey, I think she must have been putting on a brave face.
The following phrase is make a scene. Make a big deal, big problem, actually, to behave in an angry and loud way, actually, in public, in front of everyone. For instance, he paid and he was too embarrassed to make a scene in front of his date, for example. He didn't want to make a scene, a big problem, shout or cry in front of everyone and in front of his date. Make a scene.
Just please don't make a scene.
I don't want to make a scene. You're not going to make a scene in there, are you?
I understand. You're afraid I'll make a scene. And
Marshall, this is not the kind of place you want to make a scene. I know.
Mr. Houston, I had no idea.
Mrs. Hughes, will you sit next to me?
Don't make a scene.
You don't have to make a scene.
You want me to make a scene?
Got it. The next one. The next one is get something off your chest. To get something off your chest, it means to tell someone about something that has been worrying you for a long time, making you angry and worried for a long time. But after you tell that person, tell someone about it, you just feel relaxed, you feel happy, you get it off your chest. For instance, I had been worrying about it for a long time, and now I'm better after I got it off my chest.
Well, that wasn't so bad, was it, Joe?
Kind of felt good to get it off my chest.
I kind of want to get it off my chest. I just want to get it off my chest.
All right, I gotta get something on my chest.
Listen, I gotta get something off my chest. I don't have a lot of time to say this, but I gotta get something off my chest.
You know what? Before you get something off your chest, I gotta get something off my chest.
I think you're right. Be good to get it off my chest.
It's really good to get this stuff off my chest.
Had to get it off my chest.
Okay. The next one is take a step back. Yes, to take a step back is to stop saying or stop being involving in a situation, actually, because you need to rethink about it in a different way. For example, you're not happy with it this way, so you take a step back. For instance, like when my colleagues started the research for the project, I took a step back because I knew the project is gonna be unsuccessful. So I retreated, I took a step back.
Sometimes you need to take a step back and enjoy what you've accomplished, babe.
Maybe you should just take a step back before you do something rash and take a good hard look at this situation.
Maybe just take a step back and weigh the options.
Right, look. Let's just take a step back and we can diffuse the situation.
We don't take a step back and process.
Take a step back and don't breathe heavily.
Breathe?
Undiluted cyanide.
Sometimes you have to take a step back or even lose a few pieces to move forward.
I think at Christmas, people take a step back and think about what's really important. And it always becomes clear.
All right, man, just take a step back and take another look at our credentials.
Why don't you just take a step back and think about what it is I'm trying to do here?
Got it. And the last phrase for today is put things into perspective. Yeah, to put things into perspective is to consider and think carefully about something by comparing the two things or two situations in a sensible way or in a different way. For instance, whenever I am angry, I try to remember to take a step back and look at the bigger picture, and it really helps me to put things into perspective, to compare it with what is being right now, what has happened, to put things into perspective, or perspective to compare it.
The defendants in this case have continuously tried to frustrate our attempts, raising every possible objection, threatening an Armageddon in international relations. But let's put things into perspective here.
Now, if I've lost a lot of the government's money during the war, well, I hope folks will put that into perspective.
Let me try and put this into perspective for you.
I mean, every time something goes wrong in my life, all I've got to do is look at yours and it puts everything into perspective.
I presume you've had a chance to think things over, put things into perspective.
A change of scenery really does put things into perspective.
Being expelled from school forced me to put things into perspective.
Valerie Alston really put it into perspective for me.
To put it into perspective, your body is made up of trillions.
Okay, well, and here we are. We came to the end of this video, today's video. I hope you have learned something new, and you have enjoyed this video. Hope to see you again, and hope to shoot and make video again soon. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and to like, and of course I want your comments in the section below. Thanks for watching. See you very, very soon, and bye for now.